All right, next we have Stefan Schwegmann. I hope I pronounced that right. Is that correct?
Yep.
He's been involved in motorcycle riding since he was 8. All right, and his mother taught him to ride. My mother definitely didn't teach me how to ride, so that's pretty awesome to have parents that are that giving. And his current riding partner is Melissa. So here we go, Stefan.
Do I need this?
Yeah, it helps out with the video.
All right. Hi, how's everybody doing? All right, we like the Sherpa and everything? Yeah, how's it going? So, no good motorcycle story ever started out with the weather was perfect, it never rained, we had no troubles. Which, we're calling this the Helen, Georgia trip. This was me and Melissa, raise your hand. This was our real big first vacation trip on motorcycles. Now, I did it on a Goldwing, a brand new 2020 Goldwing. Melissa did it on a Indian 60. Now, if you know the Indian 60, that's not a travel bike. That's a bike you ride around town. She traveled on that motorcycle. She did more on that motorcycle than most people do on motorcycles. She rode it all the way to Georgia. She rode it to Arkansas. I've actually seen her hit a piece of pavement that was, I'm gonna say, because I've been indulging in some Miller here, that pavement transition was 12 inches and she flew off the seat and it looked like something out of Dukes of Hazzard. But she rode the, she rode the hell out of that thing. I mean, she did more on that thing than most people ever do in their lifetime, and I've always been proud to look in my mirror and see her there. So, I digress. So this is the Helen, Georgia trip. This trip threw everything at us. It threw literally, so okay, we leave Dayton, Ohio. We get down to, I don't know, most of these roads you know, you've ridden on, you've seen them. So we ride into Higginsport, Ohio. And a lot of you know, it goes down to 35 miles an hour. So we just rolled off the throttles, no big deal, we're heading for the ferry. And little did we know, 3 weeks later, we get a nice picture in the mail. If you know what that picture is, it was a nice, came with a nice $50, was it 50 bucks? $120.
Performance award.
Yeah, performance award, but since I had a Goldwing in a travel pack, they didn't get my license plate. She got the ticket. So, you know, the trip started out great, but we knew that there was going to be some weather on this trip. We planned for it. So our first destination was Cumberland Falls. So we make it to Cumberland Falls, all's good. We park her bike. We get on my Goldwing to go see the falls. So we see the falls and we have the nice romantic picture, you know, it's in my phone if y'all want to see after. And, you know, nice romantic picture, and we're heading back. Now, if you've all been there, you know it's a 2-lane country road. And it's this time of year, it's October. We're riding along, and all of a sudden, we see this girl soaking wet and bleeding coming off the side of the road, like this. And she's yelling, go, go, go! And I'm like, no, this might not be a joke. And sure enough, it was not a joke. These two teenagers, I mean, this girl was wet head to toe and screaming, you know, bloody murder. And we pull over, no cell service, because it's Kentucky. Oh my God, we just wrecked our car. We missed a deer. Okay. Don't really believe that one. And we hop off the bikes. Missy's taking care of the girl. I'm looking for other passengers, how many people were in the car. We don't see a car. That's the thing, we don't see a car. We don't see weeds busted off. We don't see nothing until we get to the edge and we see a tree that, when it was probably full grown, it was 100 foot, not 100 foot tall. Like I said, this story gets a little bit bigger. It was a good sized tree and it was sheared off completely. And down, every bit of 60, 70 feet down in the ravine was the car. Here I am, I'm thinking, oh crap, I gotta go down there and find out who's in this car. Luckily, there was another teenager crawling up. How many are in the car? It was just the two of us. Okay, so we get them up, we get them, you know, they're adrenaline's starting to come down, and the waterworks start. So we're like, okay, and no cell service, but there's cell service up the hill. So she's like, call my grandma. I'm like, I'm not calling your grandma, I'm calling 911. So I haul up the hill, but apparently there was enough houses around there, they heard the accident. So I turn around. By the time I got to the hill, the ambulances were coming. So we get them settled and we take off. Okay, they're good. And what was fun, small town, the EMT was like somebody she knew, like, call my grandma. And he's like, honey, I'm just taking you to the hospital, we'll deal with it. Oh. Which, okay, so that was the first of many things on this trip. First of many things. So next morning, it was raining, and we had planned on it being raining. And so we got up, hit our breakfast, hit our coffee, and at that point, you're just like, you're gonna knuckle down. You're ready for the pain. You're ready for the pain of the day. So you gear up in your gear, you get on your bike, throw your lid down, and just get after it. And so we're riding, and we're on comms, so we're back and forth, because before comms, I used to get yelled at a lot at traffic lights. What did you do? Oh, what? I wanted to go this way. So I digress again. So we're a couple miles out of Helen, Georgia, and hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Honey, there ain't no bathrooms around here. There's just pull off. So we're literally over on an overlooking the mountains, and it's raining, so we don't see much. When we pull up here, we're gonna strategically pull the bikes up to make a screen, and then you can go behind the screen. So we hop off. We're not there, not even a minute. This blacked out BMW pulls up, like, woo! And they're like, all right, let's go. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Nobody gets out of the car. Nobody gets out of the car. And he's just sitting there, just idle. Leave, come on, leave, dude, leave. And she's like, I gotta go. What am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Finally, he rolls down the window. Y'all want me to take your picture? And she goes, no, I want you to leave so I can pee. So our next day in Helen, Georgia was, that was pretty much 2 days of riding for us. So our next day was pleasant, sunshine, walk around Helen, Georgia. If you've never been there, beautiful place, good riding road, nice place to go. So we wandered around Helen all day, and we get back to the room, and the room we were staying at, if you've ever been to Helen, is right along the creek. The guy at the desk says, hey, if I call you in the middle of the night, we need you to move your bike, it means the creek's flooded. What's going on? Well, there's a storm coming. Okay, and he didn't really elaborate. We went back to the room, it wasn't a storm. This was a hurricane. And it looked like an arrow pointed straight at Helen, Georgia. I mean, if you can imagine, the tip was heading straight to Helen. We're like, well, what do we do? Missy's like, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's just, in the morning, let's suit up. We've already ridden in rain. Let's try to outride it. And I said, okay, well, it's either going to follow one side of the mountains or the other. So, if it travels west, we're good. If it travels east, we're going to get up to Cumberland Gap and figure it out. So next morning, now this is fall. This is our first real big trip. So there's wet roads we've never ridden on, leaves, just nasty. And it's not a rain. It's not like a rain. It's a hurricane rain. And so we ridden in rain on the way down there, so we were used to that. This was nothing. This was nothing like you've ever seen or felt before. We had comms, and the rain was hitting our helmets. And I've got a windshield. She has a windshield, but not as good as mine. The rain was hitting our helmets so hard, so thick, and so heavy that we couldn't even hear each other talk. The water actually ran up into our comms and shorted them out.
Oh, no.
And I mean, it was misery. It was sheer misery, as in, you could do nothing but get wet. Boots wet, helmet wet, gloves wet, everything wet. And it's one of those, it's just tough. It's tough, hard riding, tough. And we pull up to it's time for us to get gas. And Pull up, sure enough, because we pull up side by side until we can fuel up both bikes at the same time. Missy misses her kickstand and lays her bike up against mine. My leg is pinned. It's pinned between two bikes. I can't let go. I can't move. She's pinned. And we're like, what do we do? What do we do? We're just looking at each other like, what do we do? We're just kind of like trying to figure it out. Can you do this? Can you do that? Luckily, two gentlemen saw the debacle and they come running over like, they pull the bikes off and we're like, oh my God. You know, oh, jeez. So, this is not even, this is only most of the day. So we fuel up, we knuckle down, we keep riding, and we're edging on the storm, and we're watching the storm on radar when we stop and stuff. And so we get to Cumberland Gap. We find this one hotel. Okay, it's a nice hotel. We go ahead, we get into the room. There's no sheets, no blankets on the bed. And we're like, what's this all about? So we go back down to the front desk, like, there's nothing on the beds. They're like, oh yeah, we have to give those to you. I mean, they were lovely people. They were lovely people. It was a crazy place. So in the morning, we had a decision to make. Either go west or go east. And we decided, well, we're going to go up the eastern side of the mountain range. Now, if you know the Blue Ridge Mountain, it goes straight down, almost like a J. So we decided we're going to go on the east side of the mountain range. And I'm telling you, that was probably the best decision. Because that hurricane was being held back by the mountains. And I have pictures if y'all really want to see it. But we're riding the mountains. You got the mountains on the left side of me, and the pseudo plains, the foothills of the Appalachians are on the right. And the storm is being held back by the mountains. And you can see the clouds just cascading over the mountains. And it's just, we're wet, we're tired, but it was so something to see. And the only perspective you will get on a motorcycle. You will only get these perspectives on a motorcycle. And miles and miles of just looking at the clouds being held back by the mountains. And we hit this valley. This valley, if you were to blink your eyes, you would have thought you were in Switzerland. Beautiful green fields, black fences, black barns. It looked like Switzerland and being held back by the mountains. And it was just amazing. Just amazing we didn't talk, we didn't everything, we just soaked it in. It's just, I pictured my head today and I even think that was something to see. But riding just two people, is a lot. Riding in a group is great, but riding in a group, you generally kind of turn inward. When it's just the two of us, we turn outward. We meet people, especially when you show up on an Indian 60 and a newer Goldwing. Somebody is going to say, what's that? What's that? What's it? So they were either interested in my bike or hers. We pull into this gas station, and in a little tiny town, I cannot tell you where, but the gas station was the hub of the place. And people are, hey, what's that bike? We got to meet a gentleman. And this is the goal. This is the goal you look for. This is why you open yourself up to strangers when you're on a motorcycle. Because this is why this trip is the reason we keep doing it. Because we met this gentleman who decided he's going to tell me, unless his nickname is Cat Nap, she likes to take naps. As she's taking that nap, this gentleman told me his life story of the railroad and everything around it, and it was pure gold. He opened himself up to me, just told story after story of the local area, his life on living on trains and working in train yards and stuff like that. So that was amazing. And after that, we decided we're heading north up through West Virginia. And so I like to look at a road. I like to look at a road and say, ooh, that's cool. Let's go this way. And sometimes GPS and Google will let us down a little bit. So we're going down this country road and we find this place called the Devil's Bathtub. And it was cool. It was a park called the Devil's Bathtub, and it was like the coolest thing. And the only way to find this is to get off the beaten path. don't go to those motorcycle places. Don't go to those places that say, hey, come ride us, we're the Dragon's Skull. Don't go to those places. I don't like going there because I want to find the nuggets of gold. And the only way to find them is to get out, get to different places. Beautiful park, lovely street. By that time, the sun was coming out, thank God. Days of riding in the rain, thank God that the sun was coming out. And it's this beautiful park. So, we spend some time there, and we get back on the motorcycle. We're in a rural North Carolina, middle of nowhere. We're going down the road, and this is the first of many. To the point now, we know how to herd animals off the road with motorcycles. Literally, we pull up to this, there's a cow in the middle of the road. We're on comms, and I'm an old country boy. I'm like, hey, I gotta get that off the road there. And I hop off the bike. She's like, don't, you're gonna die. They're gonna shoot you, they're gonna die. I was like, no, they're gonna thank me. No. So I heard this cow back in the field, and it stomped the dang fence down, and I tried to pull on it. And I said, well, I better go knock on the door and let them know their cows are out. And so I knocked, you're gonna die, they're gonna shoot you, they're gonna die. I was like, no, honey, they're gonna thank me. And knock on the door, nobody was home. But, it's literally to the point, like every trip we go on, there's animals in the road. Our last trip was out west. We not only herded cows, we herded sheep. She'll drive them and I'll turn them. Like we're on horseback, it's great. That's how much, it's something with us. Goats, yeah. So, let me keep going on this story, otherwise I'll go on a tangent. So after that, we keep riding. We head up through West Virginia, and we find these beautiful places out in West Virginia, and it's just was nothing but gold after gold after gold. Come up through the Breaks Interstate Park, which, if you've never been there, I see a couple people shaking their heads. I love to talk about this place. We go to West Virginia all the time. It is motorcycle heaven, and people always talk about the roads out west. No, come on, that place is way better. So we ended up going up through there, and it was just, that trip actually just set the standard for how we do it. And how we do it is just the two of us. No real plan, just a direction, and we figure it out as we go. I could do another 15 minutes on our last trip, but it's go find the corners. Go find where people don't ride. Go meet people. Go by yourself. Go with a friend. Don't go with a group. Big group here. It's just, you will have so much better of a time. And open yourself. Open yourself to start a conversation. Every good conversation on a motorcycle starts out as, hey, how's it going today? And somebody will say, what's that? Stop and take the time. Our best conversations ended up at a gas station eating junk food and drinking a beer while talking to people and finding out about their local stuff. So we keep doing it. We've done it. Our last trip was 5,656 miles, 13 days on a motorcycle. And the stories that come out of that were just, a wedding? We ended up at a motorcycle wedding. So if you go out there and be prepared to talk to people. See people and stop and ask them their stories because they're willing to tell you. They're willing to tell you. Go to these places that don't go to these places that they don't normally go to. You will find those nuggets of gold. You will find them. Don't be afraid. I mean, it's an Indian 60. If you got an old motorcycle, a new motorcycle, that bike was never meant to do the things we've done on it, and she did it. And I've always been proud of her for that. So, like I said, that's one of our many stories, right? And so that's one of our many stories. And if I can encourage you to go out there and find the world, find it.
All right, thank you, Schwegmann. Man, those are some great stories. And if you've never ridden that area down by the Cumberland Gap, it is, grab your beer for sure. It is an amazing area. I know what hotel you're talking about.
Yeah.
We didn't stop there, but I saw that little hotel. getting caught in the rain. Oh my God! And just a real quick side note: Season and I were riding up to Vermont one time in the rain, and I had a motocross helmet on with no goggles, and I felt like I was getting acupuncture. It was rough. Yeah, and then West Virginia, my God, it is unbelievable. Did you go to Biscuit World?
No. We got one in Fairborn.
Oh, okay, well, good. You're good then. You understand. It's a treat for me to go to Biscuit World.
Make one.
Oh. All right, thanks very much for that.